could not find my passport.
There is just too much to do.
So much pain. My luggage has snapped. Hi everyone. It's currently April the 15th or something like that, and I thought this would be the start of Jhansi and Jara go to America. Let me tell you, I've been planning a big international trip since I finished uni, and because of COVID none of that really happened. These plans got really pushed to the side for a long time and nothing really worked out timing wise, and this really amazing opportunity came up for Jara and I to go to the United States. Now I'm completely piggybacking off Jara. This is not my opportunity, this is totally Jara. He was accepted into a international conference that's based in Chicago. He does research into gut health, so I'm assuming it's something to do with either gut health or like physiology, something like that. And he was like, why don't we just do a month-long holiday around America while he does his conference. So that's what we've done. We're going Chicago, New York, Minneapolis, that was for one of his collaborator visits. Then we're going to Florida, LA, then San Fran. So like, we're doing a big old circle of America and I am very, very excited. However, March was probably one of the most stressful, jam-packed months in a very long time. We're so excited for this trip, like getting everything ready, kind of like planning what we're gonna do, and smack bang in the middle of March we got the news that our landlord wanted to move back into our flat and gave us a 63-day notice to move out. The day we got the news was just like, oh my gosh, like heartbreaking, honestly. Tears were shed, I can't lie. We loved it here, we love it here still. So getting the news that the landlord wanted to move back in and that we had 2 months to figure it out and get our asses out of here was a lot to deal with, I can't lie. And on top of that, end of March is when everything in terms of APC is due. So like at work, and of course we wanted to book our flights and stuff, like things, ticket prices would go up, we need to get insurance, we need to figure out how we're going to pay for America. All these things were just like happening. I was probably the most stressed I've been in a really long time. Back in uni days, if something like massive like this was to happen, it would have been a lot. I don't know how I would have dealt with it. Like I would have been super depressed and stressed and anxious about it. But I really feel like I've grown a lot these past few years, and when it happened I'm really taking it as an opportunity now. I can like kind of reframe the stress as like, okay, how are you going to manage your stress now? How can you problem solve under the stress? How are you going to treat people while you're feeling the stressed? And I feel like I've gotten a lot better at kind of dealing with this stuff. So yeah, I'm right now taking it in stride. I'm really proud of myself. Managed to get all my work stuff done on time, all sent off. One of the biggest pieces of news, we have found another flat and it's 5 minutes away from where we live, so that's really worked out as well. Now that we've like locked in a place, it's actually quite exciting to like be in a new space. So it's now 15th of April, our move-in date is 30th of April, so that's coming up, and then we're flying to America on the 3rd of May. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now, that's where the flat is at right now, that's where Jara's at right now. Stressed but not depressed. So annoying. Jara's literally bought me so many different tripods, and I'm choosing to put you on an exploding kittens box and a Rubik's Cube. So annoying. Anyway, I got my hair up weird like this because I want to do my makeup and chit chat. So, you know me, I love to kind of help you guys out, give you guys some information, share the knowledge that I have. I wish someone had made a summary of things for me like I'm about to do for you guys, of like how to even get started and prepared with traveling internationally like this. So this is Jara and I's first time doing an international trip like this. We have traveled to Australia before, but not gonna lie, being a New Zealand citizen, I think maybe made the flight and stuff to Australia really easy and simple and straightforward. Like I don't remember having to do anything really extra because I was a New Zealand citizen. So in terms of America, they're like super strict with their visas. So I was first looking into what kind of visa we had to get. I went onto the, I think it was a government site, but it looked dodgy AF, I can't lie. It like looked like no other website you've ever been on before. Really intense, and it was like, so your visa's gonna take 44 days to process, and you're gonna have to do an interview with someone as part of the visa. And it's like, girl, that is like, I'm trying to go for a holiday. I'm not trying to do anything in America, you know? I'm just trying to go, like, look at the pink wall, eat some air one, you know? So that was really intense, and because it said 44 business days as well, I'm pretty sure, I was like, Jar, we've got to get our asses in together. And I told him about how we have to do an interview, and he's like, girl, this is sounding like really intense. And I was like, I know. However, turns out that that visa was not the one that we actually needed. I think for certain countries, and New Zealand is on this list, you don't have to do the full-on visa. You can do something called like an ASTA or ASDA or something. I'll put it up on screen, I don't remember. But it's like a mini visa, and it's way easier to get and way cheaper to get than this other really intense visa. And it comes within like 24 to 48 hours or something, so it was like way more chill than I thought it was gonna be. Oh my gosh, that was the other really big stress. I could not find my passport. In my head, when we moved from Devonport to where we are now, I was like, I know my passport is in our bookshelf, and so when it came to like booking this visa, I pulled the passport out the bookshelf. It's Jared's passport, it's not my passport. And I was like, where the hell is this passport? I haven't used it in like 6 years or something crazy like that. Like it had been a long time since I saw my passport last, and I had no clue where it was besides this place. And of course Jared doesn't really know where he would have kept his passport, so it wasn't like ours had been swapped and my one was in the place that he thought his one was. He just had no clue. So, oh my gosh, for a whole week I was looking for this passport. I was asking my mum, like, is it in Palmy? I was asking Jared's dad, is it back where you guys were? Like, it was a lot of stress. I'm like, where the frick is my passport? Because then it would have been another like 2 weeks or whatever to get the passport sorted. Way more expensive to get a new passport. And then I could apply for the visa once I actually had my passport. So that was actually so stressful. However, God, I prayed about it. Let me tell you this right now, all my life, whenever I pray about finding something, I will find it. Take that as you will. When every single thing that I've prayed about finding, it has shown up. And I was like, God, please, like, let me find my passport right now. Like, I'm so freaking stressed. This on top of it, like, it might break me, not gonna lie. And I spent 2 full days like ransacking this house and like all our random storage bits and just looking for this passport, and lo and behold, I found my passport. You should have seen it. Like, the elation that I was feeling in that moment was honestly like crack. It was crazy how happy it made me to just find this freaking passport. So that was done. We applied for this visa, got it like the next day or something, so that's done. And then I got travel insurance through Southern Cross, I'm pretty sure. Southern Cross, because they're like really reputable, Southern Cross. And that was like 360 New Zealand dollars, but it like covers everything, like lost baggage and missed flights, and health insurance is like unlimited. And then we had to figure out how we're going to pay for things in America, and I put on my story that we're going, and I got so many people telling me that like this thing called Wise cards, is like the best way to pay for things overseas, because it automatically converts things for you, and it gives you a card that you can just use, and everything's kind of already converted, which is so you don't have to do the maths. Like, thank God for that. Everyone knows I suck at maths. And it had really low fees as well for conversion. And they're sending me a new card in the post soon. So yeah, that was super easy. So now we're kind of slowly waiting for the exchange rates to be good or whatever, and just like every week we'll put a little bit onto both of our cards, so when we get to America it will be like loaded up and ready to use. I think everything is done in terms of us being ready to go with insurance and the Wise card and the visa. That's like the main things you guys have to get done, and then you can start kind of booking your trip and fleshing out your trip. I think it's been really good having a budget as well. So, but like, I wanted a really realistic budget. I told Jared, like, I don't want to be living in a hostel, I don't want to be doing the backpacking thing, I don't want to like risk my life and stay at like a dodgy area and stuff. I was like reading the comments and reviews of all the Airbnbs and hotels that we're staying at, and making sure we're in a good location. Like safety wise, I think you got to really think about when you go to America. So making the budget was like realistic budget, and just putting like a good portion towards it to ensure your kind of safety and like enjoyment was quite a key thing for me. Yeah, someone needs to let me know how tax works, like what tax and tip. Apparently tax and tip, like both of those things are not factored into the wages, which is so weird and crazy. And so I'm gonna finish off my makeup. I want to get some Instagrams taken today. I've got to do a bit of shopping. I almost want to go op shopping for outfits to take to America, rather than like wait for them to be delivered and potentially not fit and blah blah blah. Go to the op shops and see if I can find any fun outfits and accessories to take to America. But yeah, let me finish off this makeup. Alright, makeup is done. I'm loving this like light purple on my eyelids, and it pairs really well with like pinky oranges and browns. But just it's a really nice shade for the eyelid, I think, and I'm really loving that at the moment. I'm gonna take some Instagrams now. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to find a new place in the new flat to take Instagrams. I mean, it's just a white wall, but you know, like I found my setup here. Gonna have to switch things up. And then I'm gonna go annoy Jarrah and make some lunch. Hey guys! Excuse how I look. I just got out of the shower and I took that like messy bun that you make before you go into the shower out and just like roughed up and ponytail, and it's so ugly. Anyway, it's Monday the 24th of April. 7, 8, 9 days before we travel to the States. Everything's becoming so real now. Like Jarrah and I were watching a YouTube video. I was Sophia and Jhansi, and they were like vlogging on the plane on their way to Coachella, and I was like, we just looked at each other like, that's literally gonna be us so freaking soon. How exciting is that? I just thought I'd give you a quick update. It's been really strange actually. I went down to Palmy for Easter weekend, so for the long weekend, went down there. I got a cold like the day before I was supposed to travel. I was really sick. I haven't had a cold in ages, but I must be really run down because I'm having a lot of complications with this cold. The cold lasted a bit longer than they usually last for me, and then I got sinusitis. Like I've never had sinusitis before. Like the frick, it was so weird. Like my sinuses don't really get affected whenever I'm sick, so that was also strange. And that was like a constant pounding headache for 2 days, and every time I moved my head quickly like this or like bent down, it would just be like so much pain. Girl, I was struggling. I spent like one of my days off just like in bed the entire day doing nothing, just sleeping, because I just couldn't hack this headache. And now I'm getting this weird like rash. I don't want to show too much, kind of gross. I'm now getting this weird rash as well, and it says it could be due to a weakened immune system. So I don't know why. I feel like I don't feel run down. I can kind of understand why I might be, with us having to move house this weekend, literally like in 6 days we have to move house as well as travel in 9 days, so everything's like coming to a head. Got a lot to do. Mentally I feel like I'm just taking it all in stride and I don't feel too bad, but I don't know, for whatever reason physically I am run down, and it might just be flu season as well. I'm just kind of like catching something and my immune system's a bit down at the moment. So your girl is eating kiwi fruits, maybe an apple. I've got a mango over there, so I'm trying to like boost my immune system right now. My flat's mates were telling me that when you travel overseas, even if you think you're really well, you tend to get sick for the first few days just because you're like not sleeping that well, you're traveling to a different country that has different viruses, and you just are a little bit more run down than usual. You're kind of stressed leading up to it. So not looking forward to getting sick, but I'm trying to give my body a little bit of a boost if possible. So I just thought I'd give you an update. Yeah, feeling fine and dandy so far, and the countdown is on. Don't mind me being so useless, but honestly I would just be a hindrance. Look how fucking huge this truck is. Apparently it's manual and diesel as well, and it barely fit down our driveway, but Sam's done such a good job backing that up. Jarrah's having heaps of fun. Hi, hello. My room is still a massive tip.
let me tell you something real quick. My luggage has snapped. It's broken. This is the night before we fly. And I don't have another suitcase. So it's just like one of the handles to actually like lift it upwards. She just kind of cracked. I've got one, look. It's one of those like hard case ones. And I like lifted it up to weigh it. So it was like the scenario where you like weigh yourself first, then hold your luggage, subtract that, blah blah blah. I lifted it up and snapped. Okay, so that's happening. I'm just gonna allow it anyway because Jared said that there was already a crack in it. So apparently this crack just got slightly bigger. So I'm just gonna send it and hope that it'll be okay. He's getting a luggage strap for him tomorrow. So I'm just gonna put that on. Pray, hope for the best. And if not, I'll just buy myself some luggage, right? But yeah, that's the scenario right now. It's literally midnight right now. I'm really trying to make it for work tomorrow. I've got like 6-hour shift, just a short one. But I'll have to come back here and maybe have like 20 minutes max to do some last minute packing. And girl, looking like I can't hack it. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, I need to charge you right now. I'm charging everything. Mostly everything's packed, but like, why am I causing myself this unnecessary stress? Like, take it slow tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Hi everyone, it's the day that we're traveling. T-minus maybe 9 hours till we're gonna be in the air, in the plane, if everything goes to plan and if everything is on time. I simply could not go to work today. It was like 5 AM and I was like, there is just too much to do. My brain was racing with random like things that I had to get done, and I was like, if I go to work I only have half an hour to come back and maybe get those things done. So it was just too much. I just had to make the call. Simply couldn't go to work today. Instead, I'm kind of finalizing my bags. I can see why it broke last night, because I took some stuff out. I've really thought about, do I need this? Do I need like 6 pairs of pajama pants? Maybe not. So I've taken a few things out. I have stuffed a few in Jared's suitcases because his are like empty.
Yes, a few.
Just a few things. And then I actually took everything out and like refolded a few things, and I feel like it looks way better. I'll show you. So this just simply didn't look like that. Just ignore this pin because it's broken. But yeah, doing that zip up, key. And also putting this random like strappy bit on and putting all those clothes down, key as well. So now that I can see everything like that, I feel a lot better about it closing and hopefully not exploding. So that's great. Yeah, I think we're pretty much done in terms of packing in this room. We want to go out and kind of buy some extra things. That luggage strap. We've got a few more documents to print. And then like clean up our older flat that we're moving from a little bit as well. Anything else that we're doing? Yeah, Jared's actually going for a work thing, so he's got to get his work things in order, you know, make sure his laptop has all his data and presentations, and his poster and stuff needs to be packed and like actually go with us and not get like lost in the sauce. So yeah, I'm feeling more on track. It's only like 11 PM. I think we've still got like 4 or 5 hours to do things, so we'll get there.
What are you doing, Jhansi?
My bag is snapped. So I just thought I'd duct tape the side of it that's broken. This is the wrong tape, first of all. And there's nails.
We'll keep you posted.
Okay, so
What?
guys, I've been so slack. We are here, we're literally boarding the plane right now.
Are you allowed to?
Is that Tim behind us? It sounds like Tim. We're literally boarding the flight right now. We were too busy. We went out, we bought everything we needed to buy, we printed everything we needed to print. We went to Burger King, got burgers for lunch. Yeah, honestly, insane day, but got through security, like, so easy. It was a breeze. Maybe because Jared's like real anal about packing things and like making sure everything's the right volume and in the right
follow the
places
rules,
and
it's
stuff
really
like
easy.
that. It was a breeze, not gonna lie. And yeah, we're boarding the plane right now. So sorry I've been slacking updating, but we're here. We made it. He's not letting me sleep either. Help.